The labors of Heracles, a hero's burden. Heracles, the son of Zeus, was a demigod of immense strength and courage. Born from the union of the king of gods and a mortal woman, he was destined for greatness from the very beginning. He was renowned throughout the land for his incredible feats. From slaying the Nemean lion to capturing the golden hind, his name echoed through the annals of history as a symbol of bravery and might. Yet his life was far from peaceful. Despite his heroic status, Heracles was often tormented by inner demons and external forces that sought to undermine his strength. Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, cursed Heracles with madness. Her hatred for him stemmed from Zeus's infidelity, and she sought to make his life a living nightmare. In a fit of rage, he slew his own family. This tragic event marked a turning point in his life, filling him with unbearable guilt and sorrow. To atone for this horrific act, Heracles was tasked with completing 12 seemingly impossible labors. These tasks were not just physical challenges, but also moral and spiritual trials. These labors were designed to test his limits and humble the mighty hero. Each labor was a reflection of the struggles and adversities that one must overcome to achieve redemption. Each task was more daunting than the last, pushing Heracles to the very brink of his extraordinary abilities. From battling the multi-headed Hydra to capturing the Erymanthian boar, every labor demanded not just strength but also wit and perseverance. His sixth labor brought him to the doorstep of King Augean in Elis. This labor was unlike any other, as it required not just physical prowess but also ingenuity. The task to clean the Augean stables, a feat deemed impossible by even the most optimistic of men. The stables had not been cleaned for over 30 years, and the accumulated filth was overwhelming. This was no ordinary filth. It was a monument to neglect, a testament to the passage of time and the accumulation of waste. The sheer volume of dung was staggering, and the stench was unbearable. The stables housed a vast herd of cattle, and their dung had piled up for decades, creating a stench that choked the very air. Heracles knew that this task would require more than just brute strength. It would require cleverness and resourcefulness. Using his wit, Heracles diverted the course of two rivers, Alpheus and Peneus, to wash out the filth in a single day. This ingenious solution not only completed the task, but also showcased his ability to think outside the box. The successful completion of this labor was a testament to Heracles' indomitable spirit and his capacity to overcome even the most insurmountable challenges. It was a reminder that true heroism lies not just in strength but in the ability to adapt and persevere. The Augean stables, a monument to filth. These stables have become synonymous with the concept of overwhelming filth and neglect. The Augean stables were legendary, not just for their size, but for the sheer scale of their squalor. They were said to house thousands upon thousands of cattle, a symbol of King Augeas's immense wealth. This wealth, however, was overshadowed by the monumental task of maintaining such a vast number of animals. But this wealth came at a price. The sheer number of cattle produced an unimaginable amount of waste. The stench of the stables was infamous, a putrid odor that could be detected from miles away. It permeated the air for miles around, making the surrounding countryside almost uninhabitable. It was said that no mortal could withstand the sheer putridity of the accumulated waste. The smell was so overpowering that it could bring tears to the eyes of anyone who dared to approach. The stables were not merely dirty, they were a festering sore on the landscape. The neglect was evident in every corner, every crevice. The ground was hidden beneath a thick layer of dung, years of accumulated waste. This layer was so dense that it seemed to have become a part of the very earth itself. The walls were caked with it, a testament to the years of neglect and the sheer volume of waste produced by the cattle. Even the roofs seemed to sag under the weight of the filth. The entire structure appeared to be on the verge of collapse, burdened by the relentless accumulation of waste. A king's wager, cleansing the unthinkable. King Augean, aware of Heracles' reputation, saw an opportunity. He knew that Heracles was renowned for his incredible strength and heroic deeds. He offered Heracles a tenth of his cattle if he could cleanse the stables in a single day. This was no ordinary task, as the stables had not been cleaned for years. Augean knew this was an impossible task. He believed that no one, not even Heracles, could accomplish it. The sheer volume of waste was overwhelming. The stables were filled with thousands of cattle, and the accumulated filth was beyond imagination. No mortal could achieve such a feat, let alone in a single day. The workers who had attempted it before had all failed miserably. Heracles, however, saw through the king's ploy. He understood that Augean was trying to humiliate him and make him fail. He knew Augean had no intention of honoring his word. The king's sly smile and cunning demeanor gave it away. Yet a challenge was a challenge, and Heracles never backed down. He was determined to prove his worth and outsmart the king. He accepted, but on one condition. Augean had to swear an oath to the gods to uphold his end of the bargain. This way the gods would be witnesses to the agreement. With the agreement made, Heracles set about his seemingly impossible task. He knew he had to think outside the box to succeed. Using his wit and strength, Heracles diverted the course of 2 rivers to flow through the stables, washing away the filth in a matter of hours. The stables were cleansed, and Heracles had accomplished the unthinkable. Augean was left in shock, realizing he had underestimated the hero. Heracles had not only completed the task, but had also outwitted the cunning king. The legend of his strength and intelligence grew even greater. Heracles' ingenuity. Rivers of redemption. Heracles possessed not only strength but a keen mind. He surveyed the landscape, observing the lay of the land. His eyes fell upon 2 mighty rivers, the Alpheus and the Peneus, their waters flowing powerfully, and an idea sparked in Heracles' mind, a plan as audacious as it was brilliant. With Herculean effort, he diverted the course of the 2 rivers. He broke down a section of the stable wall, creating a channel for the rivers to flow through. The rushing water surged into the stables, carrying away years of accumulated filth. The water, a force of nature unleashed, carved a path through the mountains of dung. The stench of betrayal, Augeas's foul play. As the sun dipped below the horizon, marking the end of the day, the Augean stables stood clean. The rivers had done their work, washing away the years of accumulated filth. The air, once thick with the stench of dung, was now fresh and clean. The impossible task had been accomplished. King Augean, however, was not a man of his word. Blinded by greed and unwilling to part with his wealth, he refused to honor his agreement. He claimed that Heracles had cheated, using the rivers instead of his own strength. He denied Heracles his rightful reward, casting the hero aside. A hero scorned Heracles' retribution. Betrayal is a bitter pill to swallow, especially for a hero of Heracles' stature. He had overcome the impossible, cleansed the Augean stables, yet faced treachery as his reward. Augeas's deceit fueled a fire in Heracles' heart, a thirst for justice. Heracles, enraged by the king's dishonesty, raised an army. He marched upon Elis, laying siege to the city. The battle was fierce, a testament to both sides' strength, but Heracles, fueled by righteous fury, was unstoppable. He fought his way to the heart of the city, confronting the treacherous king. From filth to glory, the birth of the Olympics. Heracles defeated Augean, reclaiming his rightful due and punishing the king for his betrayal. But Heracles, a hero of the people, sought more than just personal vengeance. He wanted to create something lasting, something that would honor the gods and inspire generations to come. With the spoils of his victory, he established the Olympic Games, a grand festival of athleticism and competition, held in the very shadow of the cleansed Augean stables. This was Heracles' final triumph, a symbol of rebirth, a transformation of a place of filth into an arena of glory. The legend continues, Heracles' unfinished journey. The tale of the Augean stables is but one chapter in the epic saga of Heracles. He would face many more trials, confront terrifying creatures, and overcome impossible odds. His strength and cunning would be tested time and again. But through it all, Heracles would remain a beacon of hope, a symbol of the indomitable human spirit. Join us as we delve deeper into the legendary adventures of Heracles, exploring the trials and triumphs that cemented his place amongst the greatest heroes of Greek mythology.